Dude. Rory. You can go out. Your cat door's open. I don't have to open the window for you every time. Look right here. Look at that. That's how you come in and out. You're getting a little spoiled with me opening the window for you every time you want to go out there, you know. Since you're my master. Enjoy your little cat. Oh my gosh, I need to clean the catio. It's getting disgusting. I think I'll take the vacuum out here someday when it's a little warmer. It is. That wind is raw. I need to do something about this because it is 27 in here, that's for sure. It's warm, the sun's on the trailer. It is not 8.5 degrees outside. The sun is out, but it's not that warm out there. Whew. Yeah, no, it's not 8 degrees. See, I've got my little thermometer thing on a hook on the inside under the roof there. But I don't know if it's because the metal roof is getting a lot of heat from the sun, or, you know, I've got heat escaping from the trailer from my wood stove, but on days like this, it always shows way warmer than it is. So I'm going to move this. How do I get this on here? Ugh. Great solar day, though. Yeah, great solar day. I'm gonna move this somewhere else. Actually, for experimental purposes and because I know it'll reach, it's just right over there, so I think I might actually just stick it out here on the catio against this. I'm just gonna stick it right out there for now, and we'll see how that does and how much the temperature changes. That is already a more accurate reading, obviously. It's just above freezing outside. It's a real nice sunny day, but it's not warm out there. It's very warm in here because the sun's sitting on the trailer and I've got a fire going. Close my draft all the way up and I won't need to touch that for the rest of this afternoon. Probably not until sometime this evening after the sun's starting to go down. Yeah, that's never a good sign, is it? I got a dead battery. This is the battery that came with the box truck when I got it. Never really seen the brand before, don't know much about it, but that little sticker that says 10 dash or slash, 24, leads me to believe it's from October of 2024, which means it's less than 2 years, if that is correct. Doesn't look that new, and it does look like at one point there was a sticker here, probably with some information like the cold cranking amps and all that, and that's been taken off of here. So I'm sure the place I bought it from just threw a battery in there and said this is good enough. It's double terminal, so my cables are hooked up here, and then I've got these posts on the top. I'm going to check the voltage again right now because it wouldn't start for me yesterday, but the first time it happened I did give it a boost with my car, and then it started and ran it for about 20 minutes, shut it off. Several days later, which was yesterday, went to start it again and got a couple clicks, but it wouldn't start. Yeah, see if you can see that. 11.91 bad. It was put on a load tester earlier this morning and the results of that weren't good, so I'm guessing the battery's just junk, which means I'm in the market for a new battery. So yeah, as long as that's all it is, I'm okay with it. I just have to show you because this blows my mind. Now, I've had this car, Blue Crasher, for like 4 or 5 years now. It's had the same battery in it since I got it. And you can hardly even see the stickers on it. I think I see that it's got 665 cranking amps. Oh, I just rubbed it off. 665 cold cranking amps. 418, there's that sticker, so that should be April 2018. Look at this thing. It is filthy, it's disgusting, it's old. And it still works just fine. Everstart's also a brand that just comes from Walmart. Put that battery also in the load tester this morning and it was good. Look at that, more rust. Can't get it all, man. Also noticed not long ago the rust here on the edge under under the hood. It's not on the other side. There's just some bubbling, but I might have to get that this summer, I guess. The van has it too. This is all the paint coming off. Doesn't look bad from this side though. Boing! That's kind of funny. Do not spill brake fluid on plastic grill. That's because that stuff will eat through paint like crazy. Likely what I'm gonna do is run to Canadian Tire, get one of those batteries I saw. There's a hair in my mouth. That'll fit the box truck. A little over 200 bucks, which isn't bad. Not too crazy about the brand, but online it has 4.4 stars and over 3,600 reviews, so it can't be that bad. I was looking at interstate batteries, which might be a better option, but in order for me to get one of those, it's like an hour or more away. And like $60 to $80 more. So I checked on Parts Avatar first. It's sometimes what I go to for online vehicle parts. I couldn't believe when I put in my type of vehicle, I was getting batteries that were like almost $1,000. I am not the girl to buy a $987 battery for my vehicle. I mean, I'm sure it's better than a $200 one, but I mean, honestly, you were just being extremely vocal. Turn the camera on and suddenly you have nothing to say. Why is that? Anyway, I think I'm going to run to Canadian Tire and pick up that battery. The one that I looked at online, there was like one left in stock still. So I should probably go get that before somebody snatches it up on me and replace the one that's in the vehicle now. And hope that it starts just fine and like normal again when it's swapped out. This is probably the better spot for it. By the way, there's no heat or anything coming out of this vent. Okay, well that's good. It's probably a better spot for it out here on this side rather than out front where it was getting readings that weren't accurate. Okay, well I'm back from town, got my battery, and it appears that the new location for the sensor, the thermometer, is not going to work. As you can see right here, it's showing like no connection. Well, that was really weird. I moved this from here to here and I have connection again, but maybe it was honestly that one of the batteries inside of here shifted and it wasn't connecting. I don't know. It works now. We are back to having a good connection, and that is the accurate temperature outside and in, of course. I managed to use my stove while it's still above freezing, so my regulator didn't freeze up and not allow me to use it. Got a smash burger here. You can't really hardly see the beef, but it's under there. Crunchy onion, cheese, lettuce, shredded lettuce, and creamy Cholula. For dessert, we got some Dubai-style chocolate. Let me know if you've had this and what you think. I absolutely love it. It's delicious. They can get expensive, but probably one of the best chocolate bars I've had. Oh, supper is done. Dessert is done. I'm full. I just decided to look up my battery that's in the box truck, Econo Power. Never heard of that brand before. And I didn't like what I saw.
And Econo Power batteries, that's right, you see it right there, Econo Power. If you see a car battery that says Econo Power, these are rebranded interstate batteries that have been returned to interstate, reconditioned, and relabeled. That's right, folks, they're used batteries.
Maybe that explains why that big sticker that probably had all the information was missing. Yeah, so it seemed to work good up until a few weeks ago, and then it just stopped working. So I guess let's go and try and get it out of there. I got this little itty bitty 5/16 wrench because that's what I need it for these. Remind me where I put things so I don't forget. I'm not sure if that actually needs to full on come out. I might be able to get past it by just moving it over. But let's go ahead and try and remove the negative battery terminal. I'm going the wrong way. Happens sometimes. I think we're disconnected. We are. Push that down out of the way, and then we're gonna go with the positive. Ew. Definitely attached by that down there, so let me try and get in there. It's not the easiest place. This just got more complicated because this is spinning and spinning and spinning. Something snapped. Can't access the nut from underneath, so this edge is holding down the lip of the battery and I can't get it out of here. Nothing is easy. Nothing ever goes as planned. Well, it's out of there. Wasn't easy, but basically it had to get pried out from under this thing because that bolt is just not coming out. It's like seized in there and there's nowhere underneath that I can get at it. So there's that. And I'm gonna go ahead and clean up this because see how it's green and gross? Yeah, I'm gonna clean that up with this wire brush before I put the new one in there. I have no idea what the specs were on this one because the sticker's gone. But this one's 800 cold cranking amps, 985 cranking amps. Yeah, I guess let's try to pop this sucker in there. Oh my gosh. Not easy to work around all this shit, is it? My problem at the moment is that since I couldn't pull that up and out, I can't really properly seat this thing. I mean, it wobbles a little bit because it doesn't have that thing holding it down. It's not going to go anywhere, obviously. It just might bounce around a little, which is not ideal. So until I get that figured out, I think what I'm going to do is hook the cables into it and try firing it up, make sure that it starts, because if it doesn't, obviously we have another problem. This is charged. So let's just hook it up, and I'll need to worry about properly seating it another day, I guess. See, there's this little lip right here, and the one I've got in has the same thing, but I can't seat it properly. You guys probably can't see anything. I apologize. How rude of me. I can't see what I'm doing myself, so don't take too much offense. You know what the problem was? I was turning it the wrong way because it's over here, and suddenly I became kind of dyslexic, I guess. We're hooked up to the battery, not properly seated, but problem for another day. And I'll put that on when I know this thing starts. Cross your fingers for me. Start it and it's running. Still have my one marker light out up there. You probably can't see it. Never had a chance to check the battery on the van, but I guess there's always tomorrow. I think it's almost like 7:30 here, so I gotta bring in some more wood, clean the litter box, yay, and get ready to wind down for the evening. It's getting cold. I swear I have the worst luck with vehicles, man. Where am I? I see that dark spot right there. Right there. I can't be positive, but looks to me like this is our problem area. Yeah, those lines are looking pretty bad, so I would say they need replacing. I'm definitely leaking fluid right there, right where that little rubber It's like extra rusted right there too. Good afternoon, actually. It's the next day. I'm less stressed about what I discovered underneath the box truck last night. Checked the transmission fluid on the dipstick today. It is fine. So that leak must have just started happening. It might even be the line that's on top is dripping onto the one below it, but I'm getting both of them replaced because they look like they need to be done. That stuff's gonna go in vehicles, so I'm not as stressed as I was. I think everything's gonna be okay. I'll make an appointment this week. It's a Sunday, so I'll call tomorrow, get it in, get it done. At least the battery works. Just gotta laugh because there's always shit that comes up, man. Anyway, now that we still have some daylight. A couple of videos ago, I was worried about what to do insulation-wise up here in this curved overhead, whatever. And I don't know why. I don't know why I was thinking so hard about it. I mean, I ended up kind of doing the same thing that I did in these curved corners, which is just work the 1/2-inch insulation in around here. I've said before, you can really like bend this stuff without breaking it. Had to work around these marker lights, and I had all the wiring taped up. I just pulled that off and brought all the wiring out in front of the insulation. I still need to do the corner caps here, but I've just got it rolled up in, and it's leaning against these little pins coming through the ceiling here. Now, when it's all said and done, I'll probably just fill this little gap here with some spray foam. I will probably also do a second layer so that it's going to be a full inch, just like the corners over here are. I do need to replace this marker light. I've been looking, they're all, even though this one's clear and the ones in the corners of the caps are clear, they all light up amber, but I can tell that these two are newer. They're ones that were replaced because both of them, you can tell, were wired into the previous connections, whereas this one here wasn't. This is probably the original one that came with the box. Same goes for these up here in both corners. But I'm probably going to do the same thing that they did. They wanted to keep these connections here, so they just wired the new light into those connections, which I'll have to do here. Just cut this off and wire into these. Now, I bought a couple of these off of Amazon. I had to go looking for them. I put things places and can't usually find them again. Anyway, I think this was like, I don't know, less than 15 bucks maybe, or around 15 bucks. But I've got 10. I've got 5 ambers and 5 reds, because the whole back end of the box is reds. So anyway, I've got plenty of replacements here, and they look to be the same size. I think they're gonna work. Okay, well, that was easy enough. I didn't even realize somebody had tape around these ends. That's why it was so hard to pull apart. My goodness. Okay, I got this grommet loose enough. I think I'm just gonna push it through and hope I can find these on the roof down below or something. Okay, it works. It's bright. It's nice. And we assume it's going to fit up in there. Guess I'm gonna need my ladder. Guess that was good timing. Look at the crack in that little rubber. I know that looks funny, but I sprayed that outer edge with some Flex Seal, so I just took some painter's tape and just to hold it down flush until eventually it might dry. I don't know. Okay, this is for my own knowledge. I just took a spare one and spliced it in real quickly. Just to make sure. What do we got here? Yellow hooked up to the white. and the white is the positive. Okay. So next time I'm in town, I'll pick up some of these and we'll connect this light here to these. It looks like a mess, but I've got flex glue just smeared all around the inside. And I've got some spray flex seal on the outside part, so hopefully the combination of those two things means that that light won't leak later on. Look who else has been watching the birds. Are you bird watching? You think you're bird hunting, but you're behind a fence. So they're safe, and so are you. Good afternoon. Just popping on to close out this video, basically. I'm really sick with some sinusy thing going on. Have not been feeling good for the last couple of days. But I wanted to update you on the box truck. I did end up having to take it to a garage, and the lines underneath that were leaking a little bit of pink, those were indeed transmission cooler lines, and they weren't in the best of shape. Obviously, I needed to get them replaced. Just got back, got my bill here. Price of things are crazy, man. The transmission cooler lines themselves ended up being over 500 bucks. The labor was also almost that. Yeah. It needed to be done, and when you have vehicles, you have to take care of them, and that's what you gotta do. Sometimes you have bills that you don't want to pay, but you gotta pay them. So 2 unexpected things happened in the course of a few days. I needed a new battery because the battery was bad, and then at the same time discovered that the transmission cooler lines were bad. And that leak must have, I guess, just started because I check under there every time I run the vehicle or I move it. You should always look under your vehicles to see if there is anything leaking or you have any spots of anything underneath. I'd rather something like this happen now than, let's say, if I were stuck in heavy traffic in a city or something and, you know, didn't know where I should go or where I should take my vehicle. I know that will happen, but yeah, it's nice, I guess, to get ahead of the game and get these things done and taken care of. While I still have my voice, I'll just come show you. First of all, since I already had to have my vehicle in here getting things done, they properly seated my battery for me, which was nice of them. I couldn't get that bolt and nut out, but they figured it out because it's not shimmying or shaking or moving anywhere. Yeah, I drove this to the garage with the battery not properly seated. I went slow and was careful around bumps, but I could not get that bolt and nut out, so I got them to do it. Luckily, they're not crazy far from me. Also, I don't know if you can see or what you can see, but this clearance light right here, I replaced, which I think you saw, but I wired it in, so it's working now. It's a little brighter than the others, but that's okay. That doesn't bother me. It's working, and that's the main thing. Okay, I'm trying to show you that you can see, but these are the new transmission cooler lines. Hopefully that'll be the last little surprise that I'll have for a little bit here, but I'm gonna go and eat some cough drops, drink some tea, and lay down because my head feels like it's going to explode. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. I was just kidding. I'm not going to go lay down. My head does feel like it's going to explode, but I'm not going to lay down. There's no rest for the wicked. A little update on my firewood situation for those of you curious. 1 and not quite a half row left. We're into April now, so might get through part of May with my wood, and hopefully after that it warms up enough that I just don't have to deal with it anyway. I'm not even dewinterized yet, because I can't. Not yet, but soon. Temperatures are coming up. I just have to make sure that it works out with my days off and the weather's good, and yeah, then I'll be filling my tote with water and back to business as usual.